guys, welcome back to BriMyselfAndEye. So today I am bringing you my October favorites for this month, and there are a little bit of beauty and a little bit of random ones that I'll put towards the end if you're interested, so stick around for those because they're kind of neat. But yeah, so let's just jump right into what I've been loving for the last month or so. Disclaimer, some of the stuff I'm showing you for my favorites for this whole month are limited edition products. I say this because they're still available as of me recording this, and I will link them below, but I just wanted to throw them out there, my favorites, because I've been using them all month, and I want to make sure you have a chance to get them, because I love them so much. So, going in with that said, the first favorite is the new Lorac Pro Mega 2 palette. I was not able to get my hands on the one palette from last year. As you can tell, this palette has already been used and abused a little bit, and it's all I'm wearing on my eyes right now. Gorgeous color, perfect pigmentation. I've got a full review and a couple of eye looks with this coming up very soon. So if you're interested, or if you have this and you want to know how I play with it, then you'll get to know. But yeah, it's just, you get a lot of shadows, there's a lot of matte and shimmer, and it's just perfection. The formulation is so buttery. And what I like about this one is these shades here remind me a lot of like Peach Smoothie or Peaches and Cream by Makeup Geek. So it's really hard for me to find those base transition shades that aren't too chalky or too shimmery. They're the perfect buttery, creamy consistency that I like. I would compare them to Makeup Geek quality, but you do get less product in this. But this is a good sample if you don't own an eyeshadow palette at all. I would start with this one. It's amazing, and it is limited edition. It's their holiday palette, and they're notorious for going out of stock pretty soon. So I like that it's thin, portable, easy to use, and very well made. Limited edition. I just realized that like everything from high-end is limited edition. I apologize. I love this time of year with holiday kits. I go a little crazy with them, but yeah. So this could also double as like a holiday shopping guide. But this is the new Tarte Amazonian Bling It On Clay Blush Palette, and I've got this one from last year. It was a clutch pinup style, but it comes with a mirror, and you get these gorgeous shades here. And they actually included a shimmery shade this year, which they didn't have in the last one. Last one was all matte. But yeah, I just love this palette, and I used the heck out of my other one. So if you like this, this is pretty much like any blush combo you could possibly need. You've got cool tone, war tone, shimmer, and your basic peachy nude colors. So highly recommend it. I'm wearing it today with this along with a billion other things. But yeah, so I highly recommend it, and the palette is to die for. I love it. So cute. And it's a lot less bulky than last year. Last year was like a clutch, and it was kind of a lot, but I like that this one's a little bit more sleek and slim. The next item is something that I've already reviewed here. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it below for like just on this product. But it is the Hourglass Edit Palette, and it is a pricey number. However, if you are new to Hourglass and want to sample a variety of their stuff, like their bronzers, their blushes, their setting powders, and their highlighter, this is new, this exclusive shade right here, then this is a great palette. And I took this with me to my trip to New York. I will talk about that a little later, but yeah, I went to New York with my husband and my mom, and this is all I took for my bronzer, blushes, and then I brought Champagne Pop, of course, to put on top. But like, it's very travel friendly, very pigmented, and the quality of the shadows in here are the same as the full size, so love this. The next thing I got is not limited edition, but I did try it out while I was traveling. So I got the travel size version of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. And at first I was like, this is ridiculous, just get like a water spritzer, you know, you're done. But since I was traveling, my skin is already dry, and then going to different climates and stuff like that, I knew it would already be hating me. So I was just like, this will be nice and refreshing to put on the plane, or you know, in the car, or wherever we are, or just before my makeup if I need to like touch up. And it is so nice. It is not just water. It's expensive, and it is kind of like a luxe product, but if you suffer with dry skin, or if you know you're going to be traveling a lot, then I took preemptive measures, and I like started doing like extra intense like Glam Glow Thirsty Mud masks on the plane, and then spritzing with this to keep my skin from getting too nasty by the time you get there, and then it's like all gross. So good tip for that. And it's good to spray your makeup brushes with, like your MAC 242, and put it in an eyeshadow that you can use wet or dry, and it'll actually like make it really foiled and metallic looking. So, good for that. The next items are lip products. One of them is the Kat Von D Lolita Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. I think I've already mentioned this before. Everyone has mentioned this. It is the ideal fall shade. I'm wearing it right now. And I love this shade because it goes with so much and it lasts so long. And then on top of that, I have NARS Chelsea Girl, which I did not know about the pot version of this at all, so I'm new to the Chelsea Girl phenomenon, but it is limited edition from what I understood. So when I was in Chelsea, New York area in Manhattan, I was asking around about this at Sephora's, and I finally found it at an actual NARS shop. It's near like the meatpacking district. Anyway, if you live near that area, you can find it there for now. I don't know if they still have it. But it's just a perfect nude gloss, and it goes on top of everything so well, and you can wear it by itself and it still shows up a little bit. It doesn't just look like a clear gloss. It's just got a nice sheen to it, and it lasts a very long time, and it's not too thick or sticky, which I like. It's just a really nice basic glossy gloss. Like sometimes it's good to just go back to the original, like a lip gloss without anything opaque or glittery or chunky or anything. Just a simple lip gloss. Basic color, goes with everything. You can put on top of almost any color and it'll like blend nicely. So I highly recommend that while it's still available. The next item is not limited edition to my knowledge, but it is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Compact Dual Use Powder. And I'm in the shade 4.5. It's actually a little bit dark for me now that we're getting in the cooler months. And by cooler, I mean like I'm faking it right now. But it's this basically powder foundation form of the Luminous Silk foundation, which I've tried, and it's not my absolute favorite, but I actually love this one. And I don't like powder foundations, so I think because it's the luminous kind of powder, it helps with people like dry skin like me, it not look so like where you can see every crease and crevice on my face. I'm wearing it right now, and it just gives it a nice matte but not flattening appearance. That's what it is. It doesn't flatten out my face, which I don't like it when powder foundations do that. That's kind of one of my biggest things about them that I don't like. But yeah, so if you're oily, I highly recommend this, and if you're dry, I recommend this too. So it's a cute little product. It is a little bit pricey, but there's usually some good sales going on in the month of November with Sephora, the VIP Rouge, or the VIP sale, where you get a percentage off. So if you have a luxe item you want to splurge on, then that would be my vote. Then the last one from the high-end section is going to be the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Glow Palette, and this comes with Pearl, Champagne Pop, and Blushed Copper, which Champagne Pop and Blushed Copper are both limited edition shades, and Pearl is the new shade that was in a liquid form and now for the first time ever in a powder form. So you get this little thing here. It's so cute and pretty, and I'm sure it travels well. And I already know that I love these two because I own the full size of Brushed Copper and Champagne Pop, but I don't have Pearl. So this whole thing was, I think, really worth it. You get less product in it because it's a travel size of all three, but it's awesome if you, A, don't highlight that much. Like I highlight probably more so than the average person, or if you travel a lot, because it's very slim and compact and lightweight and sturdy. It's not too flimsy feeling. So plus, you know, your girl Jaclyn's on it, so you can't not get it. But yeah, so that's limited edition. I would grab what you can. I was told that these were limited quantities as well. So if you are interested in any way, I would get it. And if you don't like it, you can always return it. Moving on to my drugstore or more affordable favorites. I've been loving the Cargo Essentials palette, and I found this at a Duane Reade in New York. And after hearing about Tati talking about this brand so much, I've had a couple of their blushes and I love them, but it comes with a brush and a full-size eyeliner, and then pretty much all the basic nude colors you could possibly need. Sorry for blinding you. But yeah, so it's a really great palette. I love it. It's something I used to touch up in New York because I found it there anyway. It's a really nice basic matte eyeshadows, which is hard to find at the drugstore. So it's a little bit more expensive than some drugstore, but if you have a coupon or rewards with Duane Reade or Walgreens or things like that, or Cargo, you can apply it to this. The next thing is a little bit more affordable than that even, and it is the Pop Beauty eyeshadow palette in the Naturally Bare. I love this palette. The brush in here is pretty much useless in my opinion, but the shadows in here are so pigmented. I was very surprised and just impressed with how intense the shades are, and they're shimmery but not in a chunky way. Like they almost have a foiled effect to them. But I found this little trio of this brand in my Ipsy one month and fell in love with that one, but they were like purple shades. But this is just like your, again, Bare Essentials Nudes palette. So if you had to get one or the other, I would start with this one. The other one's a little bit more expensive, but this one does have more shimmery shades. So if you prefer matte, then I would go with Cargo. Yeah, so that is the eyeshadow addictions that I've had from the drugstore. The next couple of items are a couple of brushes. This one and this one are from the same kit that I got from Sonia Kashuk at Target. There was a sale on this set. I'll link it below if I can find it, but it's her blush brush, I'm assuming. It's like a half petal, and I love this for contouring because it's kind of flattened but round. And then another one I've been loving is this. It feels like a pencil brush. It's very dense, but it's pointed. So I love this. I used this in a tutorial for one of my Halloween looks, but I love this because you can get right underneath the eye and smoke out your lower lash line, and they are both drugstore prices. You can find them at Target. Then the next Sonia Kashuk brush is the tapered blending brush. This to me is a dupe or drugstore dupe. Not entirely, but just if you are on a budget, to the Sigma E40. Like fluffiness and the tapered length of the bristles and all that are very similar. This one's a little bit shorter, this one's a little bit longer. But yeah, this is the more expensive version of this. This one was, I think, like $6 or $7 at Target. And I've been loving it for an all over the lid color. Next, I've been in love with the L'Oreal La Matte whole line. I have a couple of shades, but the one I've been loving the most is this nude shade. Something that I don't know what I did. I can't find the colors for these anywhere. I guess I could go online and look it up. But I mean, I think I tore them off, all of them, because none of them have colors. And I don't know if I'm just like stupid and missing them. I don't know. Anyway, it's this nude shade that I love. It's like a movie nude. Perfect for fall, very affordable, and it's not too drying. That's what I like about it. It's matte, but it doesn't feel like it's like taking all the moisture out of your lips, which is important when we start to move into the colder months, because lips tend to be the first thing to get dry and chapped, on me anyway. Next is the Ardell Deluxe pack of the Demis. I am the last person to try these out, I guess. I have the velour lashes and I've tried Ardell before, but I haven't tried the Demi or the Demi Wispies. I have both now, but I've used obviously a pair of these. You get a 2-pack, and I found these at CVS, and it comes with a applicator and some glue. But yeah, these lashes are beautiful. I'm wearing them in my one of my last videos. I'll link it with my favorite Holy Grail pink lip products. I'm wearing these lashes in that video, so they make a statement, but they're not too bam where you feel like you have to be doing like glitter and all kinds of craziness on your face to keep up with the intensity of your lashes. Like the House of Lashes Iconic, gorgeous lashes, but I feel like I have to like do the most with my makeup to pull it off. Otherwise, they just look like I have a small face too, so that might be why. But again, I love both. I'm a both and. I love the high drama, but those are nice for just a day-to-day wear. Next is this Pixi by Petra Makeup Fixing Mist, that's a mouthful, with rose water and green tea. I've been using this for this whole month, and I took it with me to New York. It smells like rose water, and I love it, so if you don't like rose, then don't get it. But yeah, I use this it says it's hydrating, antioxidant, pore tightening, all that jazz. So I put this on before I put on my makeup and after. I don't know if you're supposed to, but it works well for me, and it helps set the face and just kind of, maybe if you've overdone it with like a powdering, it kind of makes it look like your skin again just a little bit, and smells nice. It's really refreshing and calming to my skin. Then the last one before we get into my non-beauty favorites is this organic, unrefined, essential coconut oil, and I found this at, I think, World Market. It's the Island Essentials brand, but it is coconut oil, and I use it to remove my eye makeup. And I've been hearing about this online. Everyone's been saying it's the best thing to remove liquid lipsticks, which I tend to use a lot more in the fall and winter time, and your eye makeup without being really damaging to your lids. So I love the coconut oil because on my eyelid on this eye, I've had a little bit of dry skin or dry patches on my eyes. I thought it was eczema, but it's something else. I can't remember the name of it, but I have dry skin, period. So if you have dry skin like me, good idea to wash off the heavy makeup with an oil so you don't strip your skin and use anything too alcohol based. And my last couple favorites for this video are not beauty related per se, but the first one I'm going to mention is this scarf and vest I'm wearing right now. This cute little zipper and buttons and pocket. And I'm kind of pushing small right now, but like I love the zipper pocket detail, and it's just really cute. And then this scarf, infinity scarf, and it's that just classic, looks like a Burberry type. So I got this ensemble from Swanky Chic Boutique. I'll link their information below. Go like them on Facebook and follow them on all their social media. I actually grew up with one of the owners, so she used to babysit me back in the day, and I'm really proud of her, and her little boutique is just taken off, and I love it. So I love, love, love this scarf. It goes with so much, and this little vest is very nice if you want to stay warm but you don't want to commit to like a puffy jacket. So good job, love them both. Next is a book that I got, written by one of my favorite YouTubers. I've mentioned her in my favorite YouTuber tag. And she is Lisa Eldridge, and this is the Face Paint, The Story of Makeup. I'm already on chapter 2, I believe, and it is so interesting. The pictures are to die for. Those are like all her actual antique makeup products, which is so cool. But yeah, it's just full of beautiful pictures, and the way she wrote this was really interesting, and it's kind of just really eclectic and integrative to like the history of makeup, why people wore it, and how women were viewed, and their status, and their social class, and all that, and how that all affected what we have today. So I highly recommend this book if you are a makeup lover like me. It is a nice like coffee table size, and I love, love, love this book. It's a little bit different. It's not a how-to book, it's just literally like the history of makeup, basically. So yeah, I love it. So good job, Lisa. The next item that is a favorite is my trip to New York, and one of my favorite parts about that was going to see the Phantom of the Opera, which was like a lifelong dream of mine, and I finally got to do it. So I went with my mom, and well, my husband came with me for the first part of the trip because he recently published a book. I'll link it down below if you're interested. But anyway, we went to New York. He was asked to speak at the China Institute, which was really, really cool. And he got to talk about his book and his little spiel about that. And then he also has a YouTube, so if you're actually interested in that type of thing, I know this is like a beauty lifestyle channel, but if you're interested in history as well, I'll link his YouTube also, so you can kind of check that out too. And I recorded some clips of his actual speech in Manhattan, so he was very, very happy to speak there. So going there with him was so much fun. He had never been to New York City. It was my second time. And then the second trip was he went home and my mom joined me in New York for her first time, and it was for a belated graduation gift for me since I graduated after 10 years. I told her, you know, my top of the list gift would be to go travel to New York City again because I just love it there. And so she's like, I've never been, that sounds like the trip of a lifetime. So we had a mother-daughter trip. It was just the two of us, none of my brothers. It was nice. And I love you guys, but seriously, I need some mom and daughter time sometimes. We got to talk about makeup without being rushed. It was awesome. We had a great time. We got our makeup done and a facial basically done at Sephora. So the Times Square Sephora, you guys rock. Thank you so much. I loved my makeup, and you guys prepared us for an awesome night at I kept saying the opera because it's an opera, but it's actually a play. It's not an opera, but anyway, we had a great time on Broadway and in New York in general. So thank you, Mom, for taking me, and I had a blast. I can't wait to go back and do that and do all the stuff we missed with hopefully not being sick this time, because we got a little bit sick on this trip. But we made the best of it, and I can't wait to go back there again one day. Then the last thing I'm gonna bring up as my favorites for this month is something that I feel a little surreal about. For me, it's a big deal, and for the BriMyselfAndEye, but it's this magazine from a North Texas publication called Live It. This is the fall and winter edition. I actually started on as a contributing writer. I post, it'll be a 5-monthly thing, so it'll be like January, February, March, April, you know, throughout the year, like 6 copies I think for next year that we're writing in. But yeah, they saw my work here on YouTube actually, so this really opened up a big opportunity for me, and they asked me to be a contributing writer. So I have my first published article with my own little byline and my name and everything like that, and that features my YouTube channel, and those are some of my pictures that I took of my makeup. So yeah, if you are interested, I will show you, or I'll link below how you can get a copy of this for yourself if you're curious to see what else is going on. If you live in Texas, or if you're interested in health, wellness, beauty, technology, it's got a little bit of everything in here, so it's really neat. I'm so excited to be working with them and be on their team, so thank you guys so much for this opportunity, and be looking out for a future edition. And I plan on making it kind of like a linking thing where I'll talk about something in the article and I'll have a related tutorial or discussion about it on YouTube, so you can do kind of a both and with it. But yeah, so go check out Live It, go like it on Facebook, go show them some love and support, tell them I said hi and that I sent you. And yeah, the one I wrote about for this month is Timeless Beauty, and it is the Beauty Basics 101. It's kind of part of my series that I've got going on, and it just talks about the basics of sophisticated skin. So it is geared for more mature audiences. This is something that really will help you with exfoliating and getting your skin prepped and applying your makeup, and the tips with your makeup and what to use and how to use it and things like that is kind of what I go over in that article specifically. So if you're interested, again, I'll link it all below. I'm sorry, I'm rambling now, but I'm so excited. I've never been published in anything before, so it was very, very exciting to see that in print and online as well. So yeah, and that is all. I feel like I've talked for a million hours, and it's probably like half an hour long, and I apologize, but it is a favorites video and those tend to run long, so hope you've enjoyed it. Again, my favorite part is knowing what your favorites have been for this month, so let me know in the comments below what you've been loving this month or what you think I should try. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!